students, this is Sujata Kamre coming with class 10 NCRT SSC Maths with Sujata ji. Let us study the example which are basis on the geometric mean theorem, Pythagoras theorem, 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree angles of triangle theorem, 45, 45, 90 degree angle of triangle theorem. Okay, so see the first one example students. In triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree, angle A is equal to 30 degree. Okay students, AC is equal to 14 and then find out AB and BC students. Okay, so this is the figure that we see here. Angle B, this is angle B which is equal to 90 degree. This is angle A which is equal to 30 degree, and so now this angle is 90 degree, this angle is 30 degree. Then we can say that this angle C is equal to 60 degree. So this angle, this triangle is of 30, 60, 90 degree angle of triangle. And so if you find out the side AB and side BC, then we can use the property of 30, 60, 90 degree angle triangle theorem. Okay student, so here first we have to find out the segment AB. Okay, we have to find out the segment AB. So side AB is opposite to angle 60 degree. So which is equal to root 3 upon 2 multiplied AC. So AB is equal to root 3 upon 2 multiplied 14. So AB is equal to 7 root 3 students. Now here, now we have to find out the side BC. Side BC is of the opposite angle of 30 degree. So it is half of hypotenuse. So BC is equal to half of AC. That means BC is equal to half of 14. So BC is equal to 7. In triangle ABC, segment AD perpendicular segment BC, angle C is equal to 45 degree, BD is equal to 5, AC is equal to 8 root 2. Then find AD and BC. Okay students. So now here in this triangle ABC, we take the right angle triangle, this ADC, right angle triangle ADC, because here given is AD perpendicular BC. AD is perpendicular BC. So that means we can say that triangle ADC is a right angle triangle, and so we can use the also here angle C is equal to 45 degree, and angle C is equal to 45 degree, angle D is equal to 90 degree, then automatically angle A will be 45 degree. So triangle ADC is a right angle triangle which is also of the 45, 45, 90 degree angle triangle. And so we can use here the property of the 45, 45, 90 degree angle triangle student. So here by using this property here, we also say that these two angles are 45, 45 degree. So here sides AD and side BC are equal, and so side AD is equal to DC is equal to 1 upon root 2 multiply 8 root 2, which is equal to 8. Okay, so here AD is equal to 8, DC is equal to 8, and now we have to find out the BC. So BD plus DC is equal to BC, which is equal to 5 plus 8, which is equal to 13 students. Okay, the third example students, angle PQR is equal to 90 degree, segment QN perpendicular segment PR, PN is equal to 9, NR is equal to 16, and find QN. Okay, observe this figure carefully, students. See here, in this triangle PQR, angle Q is 90 degree, and here the QN is perpendicular to the PR. As this angle is 90 degree, that means it is a right angle triangle, and the right angle triangle and the opposite side of the 90 degree, which is hypotenuse, students, and on that hypotenuse there is a altitude drawn. So that means it is the theorem. We can apply the geometric mean theorem here. Okay. So now here, what is the geometric theorem, students? So here NQ square is equal to Pn into Nr. So that means NQ is equal to, in the square root, Pn multiply Nr. So in the square root, 9 into 16, so square root of 9, that is 3, square root of 16 is 4, and the multiplication is 12. So NQ is equal to 12, students. So now see the next one example, students, here. Next one example is this. See figure, in triangle PQR, angle PQR is equal to 90 degree, segment QS perpendicular segment PR, then find X, Y, Z here. Okay, so find X, Y, Z here. So students, observe this figure carefully. See here, this is the triangle PQR, which is of right angle triangle, and there is a perpendicular drawn on the hypotenuse. So that means, students, we can use here the geometric mean theorem. Okay, so geometric mean theorem, by using the geometric mean theorem, here we can say that QS square is equal to PS multiplied by SR. So that means QS is equal to, in the square root, PS multiplied SR. So QS is equal to root 10 multiplied 8. Now factorize 8, 10, that 5 multiplied 2, and factorize of 8, that is 2 multiplied 2 multiplied 2. So that means 4 root 5. So QS is equal to 4 root 5. QS is the X. So X is equal to 4 root 5, students. So now the next step is to find out the value of Y and Z. So here in triangle QSR, that by using the Pythagoras theorem, QR square is equal to QS square plus SR square, that is by substituting the values, 4 root 5 square plus 8 square. So square of 4 root 5 is 16 multiplied 5 plus square of 2 is 64. That means 80 plus 64, which is equal to 144. So QR is equal to 12. So now here the next one, to find out the value of Z, that is PQ. So we choose the triangle PSQ here. So PSQ is a right angle triangle. So we can apply here Pythagoras theorem, student. So here PQ square is equal to QS square plus PS square. That means square of 4 root 5 plus square of 10. So 16 multiplied 5 plus 100. So 80 plus 100, which is equal to 180. So PQ is equal to 6 root 5, student. So this means that is X is equal to 4 root 5, Y is equal to 12, and Z is equal to 6 root 5. So now let us see the next example, students, here. The next example is, in the right angle triangle, sides making right angle are 9 cm and 12 cm. Find the length of the hypotenuse here. Okay, very easy problem. PQR is a right angle triangle. Consider that PQR is a right angle triangle. Okay, this is the right angle triangle. Okay, PQR is a right angle triangle and their right angle sides are 9 and 12, and we have to find out the PR. We have to find out the PR, which is the hypotenuse of this figure. Okay, so here in triangle PQR, by applying the Pythagoras theorem, PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. That means PR square is equal to 9 square plus 12 square. That means 81 plus 144, that is equal to 225. So PR is equal to 15. So hypotenuse is equal to 15 centimeter. So now let us study the next example, students. In triangle element, L is equal to 5, M is equal to 13, N is equal to 12. So state whether triangle element is a right angle triangle or not. As we have to prove triangle element is a right angle triangle, and here given values of L, M, N, that are the sides of the given triangle. So here L is equal to 5, so square of L is equal to 25. M is equal to 13, so square of 13 is equal to 169. N is equal to 12, so square of N is equal to 144. So now here, if you add the square of L square plus N square, 25 plus 144, then we get the square of the largest number, and that is N square. So here we can say that by converse of Pythagoras theorem, that triangle element is a right angle triangle. So now let us see the next one example, student. So here see in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, segment AD perpendicular segment BC. Here see, student, that segment AD. This is the segment AD here. This is the segment AD and which is perpendicular to the BC. Okay. Now here prove that. We have to prove that AB square plus CD square is equal to BD square plus AC square. So now here we can use the Pythagoras theorem here because we have the two triangles which is of right angle triangle. So here in triangle ADB here, ADB is a right angle triangle and we can use the Pythagoras theorem, that is AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. So that means AD square is equal to AB square minus BD square. Okay, students, and as well as we have the second right angle triangle, that is triangle ABC, and here we apply the Pythagoras theorem, then AC square is equal to AD square plus CD square, that means AD square is equal to AC square minus CD square. So now here observe these two equations, students, that AD square, that means the left hand sides are equal, that means the right hand sides are equal, that is AC square minus CD square is equal to AD square minus BD square, and by arranging the terms from left to right or interchanging the terms as left to right, then we have AD square plus CD square is equal to AC square plus BD square. Students, thank you for watching our videos. Achieve your success with us. I am sure that you will get 100% success in maths. So watch our videos continuously, regularly, like our videos, share our videos to your friends.